that a Picasso?
No, no.
Why not?
Well, I mean, there were good moments. There were nice goals. Didn't like the shorthanded goal against. They had probably more zone time than we wanted them to have. But having said that, our defensemen, I thought, did a great job in and around our net, boxing them out. Not a lot of second chances. So no Picasso.
Jim, you talked the other day about how getting one or two on the power play can just relieve some of that pressure, 5-on-5. How important was that early to get the two on the power play when 5-on-5 chances were pretty hard?
Right. Yeah, I mean, that was great for the power play. We were not good at all in San Jose, so we needed to bounce back, and those were, you get up 2-0, the building gets alive. So it was great to get the goals, great to get the lead, but I thought we sagged a little bit after we got the two quick goals, and they started to push a little bit. So, we'll take the goals for sure. But no, and both goals were really well executed. Nice shots, nice passes. So that was good to see for them.
Getting to know back, just the significance.
Makes a difference, yeah, makes a difference. And we put Arvidsson back there, so that line, hadn't played together much since Arby came back the second time. So I thought they had good chemistry, and they're comfortable together, and Phil gave us a good game.
Your thoughts on Morsey hitting 30 goals?
It's just awesome. I don't know if I mentioned this. I've known Trevor Moore since he was 16 years old. I coached in the Western League, and he came up with a couple boys, Eric Comrie being one of them. I didn't know much about him and saw him play at 16, and I tried to talk him into staying with our team. I liked him that much, and he declined, went back. He wanted to get a scholarship. He did. And then all those years later, he signed in Toronto, and I was in Toronto. So I ran into him again. He got traded out here. I was with the Island. All of a sudden, I'm with him again. So I've had a long history with Morsey and appreciated him, obviously, since he was 16 years old. And, we talked about it. He works every night. He gives you what he's got. So to go score 30 goals on top of that, it's pretty special.
With the Dano back with Arvidsson, you have chemistry all back with Dale Dubois. I think it's the first time we've seen that since the beginning of the year.
Right.
Talk about their chemistry a little bit.
Yeah, I thought they were good, and I thought Laugh had a good game today too. So they didn't end up playing that much together because of the special teams and stuff like that came around. But yeah, I thought they were good. I thought in the third period you saw they had some cycle shifts. They found each other. I thought they were better tonight than they were earlier in the season, and maybe Laugh, that ingredient helped them there too. The experience he's had so far.
Coach, Dubois was 10th in minutes, though.
Yeah.
Is that any significance?
Yeah, well, he didn't penalty kill at all, and that group didn't get on the power play, so that makes it tough. That makes it tough for him. But yeah, his game was good. We liked the line for sure. The only difference was, Kevin played on the power play and got all those extra minutes.
Coach, Tablet had some excellent timely stops in this one. He's had an overall resurgence since the All-Star break. How much of your team's recent home success resides in both of them?
Well, yeah, the goalies, since the All-Star break have been terrific, both of them. And, they're part of the team. We expect that from them, just like we expect the penalty kill to be good and the power play to score frequently and be able to go and check. So I wouldn't put it on one area or one person, but they've certainly done their job when called upon.
Jim, winning breeds confidence, obviously, but at this stage of the year, you want that room to be as confident as possible. So where do you see him right now as opposed to, let's say, the last several games and how it's building?
You're right. It's easy to be confident when you're winning. But to me, the sign of character and the sign of a good team is when you're not winning. And it was only a week ago, I think, we had lost 3 in a row, and I don't think people were feeling very good about us outside of the players who had to get out there and play. So maybe their confidence was down a little bit, I'm not sure, but they came and played. So they've earned that back. But it's easy to be, when you're flying high, it's great. But it's who can get out when it's not going as well as it should. And we did that. And so I give those guys a lot of credit for that.
Are you feeling, though, that much more confidence in the room just in general? Like, this is where you need to be at this time of the year?
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to feel the confidence that way. I know that I understand the question and how you're asking it. I just feel there's a belief and a strength. So is that confidence? I don't know. There's no panic. You look around the room. You've got Kopi, you got Drew, you got Louie, you got Juice, you got Phil Dino. These are our leaders, our veteran leadership. Caleb's been around for a long time. There was just no panic, just calm. So I don't know if that's confidence. I don't know if I answered your question, but it's a good feeling to have those kind of people there in the room.
You don't face a team that's in the playoffs the rest of the way, so what's the biggest challenge for this team getting ready for those games?
Well, I just think playing well. Doing the things that we need to do to be successful in the playoffs. And that doesn't change with your opponent. And I mean, the league, as you see, is so close. You know, I know Chicago beat Dallas tonight. I think Dallas had won 8 in a row, maybe going into that one. Did they? I'm not sure if I have that right, but you know, anybody can beat anybody. It really can. So you got to play a good brand of hockey, and then when you know, if you can get fortunate enough to get in the playoffs, you got to be at your peak.
So that's the reminder that you kind of stressed to this group is that you can't work it.
Yeah, I don't even know that I have to stress it to them. That's just the way we approach every day. So we won't change our approach, you know, at all going down the stretch here.
Kev, Kev talked about finding balance in his game, and talking to coaches that had him previously, they've all talked about the competitive fire he has and
Yeah.
channeling that in the proper ways.
Right.
What have you guys been communicating to him as a staff to kind of get him to find that equilibrium, I guess?
Well, he's such an important and dynamic player for us. You know, you saw the goal, great touch on the puck up over the D-man's head, but then he had to do a lot of work to score. There's not many guys that can score that kind of goal. It's the strength, the competitiveness are evident in the goal because he has to have edges, fight people off, stay on it for the second time. So those are the things he can do when given the opportunity. We just need him, when that opportunity isn't there, to make sure he's doing his job within the structure of the team. You know, and that's sometimes a challenge for players that are that skilled.
Knowing that you want to polish everything up at this time of year, is there any area that you have any concern over with your team?
No, I wouldn't say concern, but they're definitely, we're going to work on some face-off situations still in practice this week. You know, there's some neutral zone stuff we can work on. There's you know, we've got a laundry list. We've got to prioritize it because there's not that much practice time, but we'll focus on what we think will give us the best bang for the buck. Yeah, it's never finished. It's never finished.
Do you scoreboard watch? Do you care where does it matter where you finish?
I could lie to you. I could lie to you and say no, but you would know it so obviously. Yeah, I don't know anybody who doesn't. I mean, that's what I would say. It's hard not to. It's the league's so exciting. I watched the third period today of Pittsburgh and Tampa this morning. If anybody watched that, just incredible, just incredible. So you know, we've got TVs on. We're watching the games all the time when we're not meeting with the team. So it's hard not to. You love the game, and the players are so passionate and so good. It's great entertainment.
In some ways, does it almost feel like the playoffs are here because there seems to be a little bit more intensity for more of the games in the last week or so?
Yeah, I would say that we had talked about that, you know, and that's throughout the league. That's not, you know, for us it feels that way for sure, but that feels throughout the league, and it is awesome. It is great to watch. That's why we're all here. We love it.